All right, we're joined by Northeastern head coach Bill Cohen, Bolden Brace, and Jordan Rowland. Gentlemen, congratulations on the victory. Northeastern is into the CAA championship game for the third straight year. They're only the fifth program in CAA history to reach the CAA championship at least 3 straight times. And we'll have a rematch tomorrow night versus Hofstra. It's only the third time in CAA history. We'll have a rematch in the title game. So with all that information having been thrown at everyone, we will turn it over to Coach for an opening statement.
Just really, really grateful to be able to earn a victory tonight. I thought our defensive energy to start the game kind of set the tone for us and allowed us to get into transition a little bit and get our confidence going. And I think that was big to getting us off to a good start. And, you know, Elon plays with a tremendous amount of energy. They're extremely well coached. They play the game the right way. They're really tough and physical. And we knew they were going to make a run in the second half. And, you know, we really proud of our guys to be able to take their best shot and at the end of the day still be standing. And so grateful to be playing again in the championship game. It's such an exciting time of year for everybody, coaches and players and fans. But it's a really, you know, with everything that's on the line with an NCAA bid and everything, there's nothing much like it.
Yep, we'll open up to questions. Yep, go ahead, John.
Coach, how do you view the rematch compared to last year? Obviously, things are different, there's no right forming, they're constantly, you know, some things are the same, some things are different. How do you compare those, contrast those two last year this year?
Yeah, I mean, two completely different seasons. I thought, you know, obviously they had another outstanding season. We kind of lost our way a little bit. Played good basketball, but you know, didn't always finish the job. So we're coming at it from two different vantage points. But I think the goal for every coach is to have his team playing his best basketball at this time of year, and I'm proud of these guys to be able to step up and to be able to do that. But Coach Mahalik does an outstanding job. He's, in my opinion, one of the best coaches in the country. He just gets his teams ready to play, you know, each and every night. He does a great job of developing players. They got great guards year in and year out, and their style of play is difficult to compete against. The matchup zone, you know, to be able to spread you. They're explosive on offense, and they're stingy on defense. So it's going to be a great battle, and we're really looking forward to it.
Yep.
You guys kind of started hot on the offensive end. Never really looked back, even when they made some switches. Like in the first half, they switched to a 1-3-1. How was your offense able to maintain its efficiency throughout the game? Obviously, there were periods in the second half where it slacked off. Yeah,
I thought, you know, we got a little lax in the second half in terms of our execution, a little bit sloppy, some turnovers, got deep into the shot clock. You know, you could feel the momentum starting to swing a little bit. But fortunately, we were able to kind of make these two guys were stepped up, made some huge shots for us to kind of stem the tide. And that's, you know, basketball's a game of runs. They're a good team. They got really good players. Sheffield is an outstanding closer in this league. When he gets the ball, he's really, really tough to guard and stop him from getting his spot. He's got size and length and obviously three-point range, but he's got his in-between game. So they have a guy that can kind of get them in bunches, and we just had to do the best job with them. But, you know, luckily we made some shots on the offensive end to keep the separation.
We'll go here in the front.
Jordan, when they cut it to 7, you made back-to-back threes, then you hit 3 free throws, almost like your own personal 9-point run. How did you get open and get those good looks and have the confidence to knock them down?
I mean, I feel like I just kind of felt like the game was getting close. I really wasn't happy with how I was playing so far, and I feel like I just wanted to do my part to help close out the game. I wanted to get a little more aggressive towards the end, even though I hadn't been shooting that well. But I mean, thankfully the shots fell and we came out with a W.
Yep, here in the front.
For Jordan and Bolden, Elon was really knocking down their shots 3 after 3, but you guys kept responding. How were you able to do that when they were so hot offensively in the second half?
Yep, we'll let Bolden start with that and then go to Jordan.
Yeah, it's tough. They have a lot of good shooters. Usually they have 4 guys who can knock down a shot on the floor at a time. So for us, it was just about limiting them. And when we hit some of those big shots, I think it kind of stunned them, like Coach said, a little bit. And yeah, I think it just takes practice, and we all are confident in our shots, and we've put up enough shots to feel confident. So I think that played a big part in it.
Yeah, I mean, Elon's one of the best three-point shooting teams in our conference. I mean, we knew that going in, but I think it just kind of speaks to our resiliency as a team to be able to withstand that run. We had a big lead that we let go, but just be able to stay together and stay on top.
We'll go in the front to Adam and then to Ian.
Bill Sheffield got his points eventually, but
Yeah.
the first half was a struggle for him. I think he held him to 2 points. And did you think Shaquille's defense on him sort of led to them being disconnected in a way? Had a lot of turnovers in the first half. And, did you think that might have been the key element for you guys?
Yeah, I think obviously it happens for us when teams are effectively able to guard Jordan. It kind of gets you a little out of sync. Maybe your best plays aren't working. So you get as a unit you get a little bit out of sync. But he's a terrific player. I think he's one of the hardest matchups in the league. Luckily, we have a guy with Shaquille's size and length that can kind of match it. And so, he's quick enough that he can try to keep him off the dribble, and he's long enough where he can get a hand in a shot pocket. But that being said, I'm not sure that anybody can guard him, when he gets going. We frustrated him a little bit in the first half, like you said. I think he got some fouls, got out of rhythm, but, in the second half, I think he showed the type of player he is.
Go to Ian.
Jordan and Bolden, you're both seniors. This has been an up and down year, but at the biggest moment of the season tonight, you both showed leadership, especially in the second half. How conscious are you guys of doing that? That it's kind of up to you to do that at this point of the game.
Jordan, you want to start, and then we'll go to Bolden.
Sure. Being some of the older guys on the team, I feel like we both feel like that's our responsibility. I think Bo does a great job of just bringing positive energy, making sure we're staying on track. Like when they started to come back, he's kind of the one that makes sure we're all staying positive. And I think that just comes from being some of the oldest guys on the team, having been here before. And I think Bo's been great with that for us.
Yeah, this tournament, especially coming into it, I think we lacked a little confidence in comparison with the last couple years, just because we had better records. But we've really stepped up, and all the guys have really locked in on scouts and stuff. And personally, I finally have realized that every game could be my last, and it's just made this tournament super awesome, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Hope we can get another one tomorrow.
Yep, we'll go here on the right.
Jordan, the other number of shots, especially kind of in the early going, that were pretty tightly contested and then started to work your way and get much cleaner looks at the basket. Was it something you were doing? Was it the team? Like, how were you able to start getting more open shots?
I think it's just because everybody else is shooting so well. I wasn't shooting well in the beginning, and we still got out to a big lead, and it helps loosen things up for me. So I think that's the biggest thing.
Yep, and then we'll go here on the left, back to Ian, and then we'll wrap it up.
Coach, you guys come into this tournament 15-15 as a 6th seed. I think a lot of people might have counted you out to come back to the championship game after last year. What has been sort of the mindset since you've come to DC, your whole team?
Yeah, I think day in and day out, I'm like most coaches, telling your guys that you can, only worry about the things that you can control. There are people out there, maybe have given up on this team or didn't think it was possible. But, it's the guys that are in practice each and every day, the guys that know how hard their teammates are working, that know how much they care about putting together a run. And that's core group of guys that never lost belief in themselves. And that's hard to do when you go through a season like we went through. We had, I don't know what it was, 6 games with a total of 9 points or something like that. Just kind of, we just couldn't catch a break. But this team came to practice each and every day. They came with a positive attitude. They came ready to learn and try to get better. And I always say, like, when you take that approach, somewhere along the line, it's going to turn, right? Your fortunes are going to turn. And fortunately, it turned just in time for the CAA tournament.
And we'll go Ian, the last question.
So 2 years ago, you guys lost the championship game, and it drove you all of last season until you won the championship game to make up for it in a way. Hofstra came in tonight and was saying the exact same thing about their experience with you last year in the championship game. That it's put them on a mission all year long, and they weren't looking for necessarily to rematch with you, but just to make good on winning the championship. How much did that help you last year? How much do you think it's going to help them going up against you this year?
I definitely think it's an emotional edge. I know it did for our team last year in the locker room. There was a bond that formed for the guys that had left the court in the first year's loss against Charleston. Then we had an opportunity to go back down there the next time, and even throughout the year, I think our guys were dialed in and locked in. And to be honest, I think I've seen that in Joe's team this year. I think they've played that way. I think they've played with a chip. I think they've had great senior leadership, and it's going to be a difficult game for us. But that's what you want if you're a competitor. You want to go against the best. You want to try yourself against the best, and that's what this time is all about.
All righty. Gentlemen, thank you very much for the time tonight. Congratulations, and we'll see you again tomorrow night.